You're watching The Ryan Silverfield Show, presented by AutoZone.
It's another bowl game for the Tigers. A look back at how they got here. Plus, the island life sounds pretty nice this time of the year. What the Tigers are looking forward to in Hawaii. That's all coming up tonight on The Ryan Silverfield Show.
The game is on.
The Ryan Silverfield Show is presented by AutoZone. When you've got car trouble, you want help from number one. So if you've got a battery problem, head to AutoZone, America's #1 battery destination. Get in the zone, AutoZone. And by Conway Services, the official HVAC partner of Tiger Athletics. Chick-fil-A, we didn't invent chicken, just the chicken sandwich. RJ Young, technology solutions that power your business. Tennessee Lottery, turning dollars into dreams.
It is hard to believe 2021 is in the books and the Tigers are going bowling for the 8th straight year. Hi, everybody. I'm Dave Woloshin.
And I'm Jarvis Greer. What does head coach Ryan Silverfield think about the year that was? Let's listen to him now.
Let's start with congratulations, Coach. Here you go. Every year you've been here, postseason. And what I really liked about it was your back was against the wall, against Tulane, and your team came through.
Yeah, look, nobody's happy with the record we have, but that's the nature of it. And I was pleased with our young men's effort all season, right? The ups and downs of the season, and then with our backs against the wall versus Tulane, they found a way to win. Was it always pretty? No. But to be able to find a way to go bowl eligible, my 6 years here, we've been able to do so. 8 straight years with the bowl game. Really impressed. And like I said, the fight of our guys all season, right, through the adversity, through the ups and downs, I was just pleased that it ended the right way going into a bowl game.
It's something about, we talked earlier about this thing called a rope. The guys are going to hold on to the rope or they're going to let it go. And there are times when you looked at the year with the turnovers and the injuries and everything that could have happened. They could have said, well, I'll check out. But they never did. And how much is that you guys pushing, and how much of that have they had that inside themselves?
Well, the full credit should go to our student athletes, right? This 2021 football team, I think everybody would look at it and say, man, those guys fight. They care. And you put on any game film, it doesn't matter the score. Our guys battled for all 4 quarters. And was it always the end result we wanted? No. But through the face of adversity, through the injuries, through the ups and downs of the season, our guys held on to that rope. Was it always pretty? No. Sometimes that rope slid a little bit out of our hands, but they kept fighting and pulling back. But credit to our guys, right? They've got great grit, tenacity, and care, and love for each other in this program. So that was a great thing, as I never doubted that. The effort on the field was there at all times, their belief, and their willingness to continue to do what we asked. And so credit to them, but just proud of their efforts, and at least we'll be rewarded with a trip to Hawaii.
You mentioned those injuries. I still can't get over, because I'm not sure. In all these years, I've seen 47 different players miss at least one game. Will that, you think, pay off even in this game, because guys have to fill in where others might not be playing? In the long run, how much of a benefit might that be?
Yeah, absolutely. My 23 years of coaching, I've never had a season filled with injuries like this, but that's the nature of it. And that's the part of us, right? Having depth, next man up mentality. No excuses, no explanations. And I think what we saw is throughout the season, different guys filling voids. We'd sit down and go through the radio call, and you guys said, well, who's this on the depth chart? A guy would jump in, well, we never knew who that was. But that's part of it, and that's part of us roster management, growing the roster, getting these young guys in. And I think it'll pay dividends going into the bowl game, but also for many years to come, right? We talked about it on paper last year, having the best recruiting class in program history. Well, we're starting to see some of those guys show up. Really, you don't want a whole lot of freshmen playing, but we played over 27 freshmen and redshirt freshmen this year.
As you go to the bowl game, getting the guys ready, they've been through exams now. They've had a chance to get a little time off. Do you always wonder a little bit about what's their mindset going to be when they do get back out there on the field?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that's part of my job, is to make sure I control it. They need to get away, right? You play that game versus Tulane, finish, understand that we are going to a bowl game. I think the importance of what kind of a bowl game we're playing in, I think it's a little bit easier to say, hey, Hawaii over maybe, I won't mention some other bowl games, but maybe somewhere January 3rd, way up north, right? Maybe not as apt or as much fun. So our guys have had the right approach. They did well in their exams. They took that right mindset, and they've come back ready to work. And that's really what you want is, hey, we're going to enjoy this. They deserve it. They enjoy to have fun this week, at the bowl site in Hawaii. But the reality, we're going there for one reason, that's to bring back a trophy.
The beach at Waikiki is not bad. I don't want to say any other bowl game negatively, but this is not a bad spot to be. So let's begin. The Rainbow Warriors are getting lucky to be in this game because they're under 500. It's a home game for them. And I think it might be an advantage for you. You know Todd Graham. You worked for Todd Graham.
They're a different team when they play at home. So I understand that we traveling right across the sea to be able to go play an opponent that has a great record at home. And we got to understand there's going to be a lot of other distractions to go along with it. This is not your normal bowl week, and really within a driving radius of Memphis, right, where a lot of our fans can be, and that we're not having to lose a ton of hours and all those different things. A little bit more distractions, obviously. You just mentioned the beach and all the wonderful things about Hawaii, but we're going to have that right approach when we get there, right? The laser focus and those blinders on that I've talked about many times in the off season. And I think when we get there, well, look, they've won their last 2 games. Sure, they've had some players that may not be playing this, so have we. And it's going to be a battle, but Todd Graham is a heck of a coach. You look at some of his disciples, right? You know, Mike Norvell, Gus Malzahn, the list goes on and on. I mean, there's so many coaches out there that have had the head coaching opportunities and that have been under his tree. The new head coach at the University of Florida, the old head coach at Troy. And so he's had a cradle of coaches, learned a lot from him. Obviously, I left from there to Detroit, and then since then I've been in Memphis. So I look forward to getting out there and facing them.
Now, not only do you have to think about, okay, look at Hawaii. They played, this will be the 10th time they played in basically their own bowl, kind of like Miami used to be in the Orange Bowl all those many years. They're used to being at home and doing that. But not only do you have to get ready for the travel to go, but you got a big time change that you've got to do. I know Memphis practices in the morning. You think that'll be like an advantage for you?
Well, look, it's 3 o'clock Hawaiian time, which obviously will be a Christmas Eve game for those watching back at Memphis. But we understand, hopefully we get adjusted quickly, 9.5 hour plane ride out there. But I expect our guys will have the right type of approach and mindset when we get there. Look, I want them to enjoy it. They so well deserve it. But the reality is we got to get out there and practice the right way.
You mentioned they did win their last 2 games in a row. And, Coach, they put up some points against Colorado State and Wyoming. I know they have a different quarterback and running back, but that Graham philosophy is to score points. And you'll have maybe a little different defensive philosophy with Mac being gone.
Yeah, look, there's missing pieces on both sides, right? Whether it's Calvin Austin, Mike McIntyre, their quarterback. That's the nature of college football, right? As the season goes on and on, whether it's guys opting out entering the transfer portal, coaches leaving for one part or the other, all those things are different, right? I don't know if many teams are ever going to go to a bowl game. Hey, we have the exact same number of guys we started training camp. We've got the entire coaching staff. So we get that, right? I even go back to the Cotton Bowl where it was almost a skeleton crew, right, with our first bowl game. Even last year with some of the players not participating. So I think that's what we're entailed for as college football fans and this business. But look, our guys will be excited about it. And I understand that, look, no excuses. We got to go out there and find a way.
One thing about bowl games is it's like in some other instances, it's like which team wants it more? It's like, okay, everybody, we're going to a bowl, yeah, it's rah-rah. But when you get out there and you got to practice and you got to prepare, who's distracted? Who is focused? Who wants to win? And I know you had talked to the team and some of the players and said, we want to finish with a winning record.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, let's not hinder the importance of this game. We know what this game means and how important it would be for us, to be the first team in program history to win back-to-back bowl games, to be able to bring another trophy back here to this beautiful facility. And I've talked to our guys about it. And I can't stress enough, this game is so very important to our program. Those seniors that want to leave the right legacy on their way out. And so, yeah, when we get there, it's going to take a different level of focus. It's already hard enough, right? Nobody's on campus and try to be dialed in. But I think our guys care. I know they really want it. And so when we get to the islands, I know our guys will have the right approach.
The coordinators and players talk about the season and what they're looking forward to in Hawaii right after the break.
You're watching The Ryan Silverfield Show, presented by AutoZone.
It was a year of ups and downs for the Tigers. Here's what the coordinators and players thought of the 2021 season.
I think we did a lot of good things. I think anytime that you break in a true freshman quarterback and you have the success throwing the ball that we did, I think there's a lot to be said for that. And Seth had a phenomenal year, showed great leadership, great toughness, and I think that's really going to give us something to build on in the future. Very excited about how these kids worked and what they did, and excited we got a chance to end it with a good bowl game in Hawaii.
Let's talk about Hawaii. You get to go, one, to Hawaii, but you also get another chance to play a game and get more opportunities. The big news is that Calvin Austin decided to, go on and prepare for the NFL draft. So what door does that open for some of your other receivers?
Well, we're going to find out, right? Because now we need someone else to step up and be the big play guy that Calvin was for us really the last 2 years. And so we're excited for that. I know Javon Ivory, Gabe Rogers, Eddie Lewis, a lot of those guys will be ready. Sean Dykes. So I still feel great about the dynamic playmakers that we have, and I think we should do a good job of moving the ball and hopefully scoring a lot of points. But I think these guys are ready for one more good one to close it out the right way.
How do you assess the defense from the regular season?
Kind of like we did a little bit last year. As the season got rolling, we got a little better. We tweaked a few things on defense. So in the secondary, those guys really started to come on towards the end of the season and getting a couple of interceptions. And up front, we started getting to the quarterback. So we got some turnovers that helped us win some games late in the ball games and late in the season. So we continue to improve as the season went on.
You're the acting defensive coordinator for the bowl game. What does that mean to you?
It's a moment that I'm happy for, an opportunity I always wanted. But it's not about me in this game. It's about these guys and this team and these seniors. And just hopefully sending these guys out on the right message again.
Quindell, looking back at the season you had, the season the defense had, what stands out?
The way that we finished, just finishing off the season. And we started off strong, then we had ups and downs during the season, but it's just the way we finished, the way we grinded it out, the way we stuck together as a unit and, just play for each other and play for the program. So that's the biggest thing that stuck out to me.
When you look back on the season, what will you remember?
I would probably say winning the last game was probably the biggest memory, just because we were having such a low season, and winning that game to go to a bowl game and giving us another game was probably just the biggest moment of the year. So that was a great moment that we had.
John, when you look back at the season, you got to come back and play a season after you missed last year. What do you remember about it?
It's been a good season. I know maybe the record ain't been how we want it to be, but I feel like we had a great season. Just the brotherhood with the people growing. I done seen a lot of people on the team that have grew from when I first seen them when they first came here, and I feel like that's good too, because we want to leave the impact that we had with the young guys. So I feel like they got that down. So I feel like it's been a great season. In my opinion, I think it's been a great season.
Seth, you were the quarterback, the freshman quarterback that came in and kind of caused this whole buzz around this team. When you look back from game one to where you're at right now, did the game slow down? How did you see yourself progress?
Obviously, getting more reps in games has helped me be able to see the defenses better. And just as the season progressed, I felt like I really came along, and I just learned a lot, about the game and about what it takes to be successful, and the hours that it takes in the film room and practicing and all those other things that apply to the sport to make you be able to be successful. So I felt like I've grown a lot since the beginning of the year.
Now to the fun stuff. Hawaii is a trip of a lifetime. Here's what everyone is looking forward to. Hawaii sounds nice at this time of the year, right? What are you looking forward to?
Just the experience, just seeing a new sight. I always wanted to go to Hawaii one day in my life, so just going to Hawaii at around this time of the year and going for free and I feel like it's one of the best times, once in a lifetime experience. So I'm excited. I'm ready to see the view and just enjoy myself with my teammates and remember those times. So I'm ready. I'm recording every moment, every single moment. I might not have no storage after I finish coming from Hawaii, so I'm excited.
I know it's about football, but one thing you're excited about while you're in Hawaii.
Excited about hopefully getting a chance to walk on the beach with my wife and chilling out just for a little bit, and my kids being able to enjoy the sun and the warm weather. And it's a long year not only for our players and our staff, but our families as well, because we as coaches spend a lot of time here at the office and away from them. So anytime that we get a chance to be as a family, to me, it's exciting.
It's exciting to go as a team, just because if you look at all the seniors and kind of the older guys, we started our bowl career in Memphis, so I get to end my season in Hawaii, my career in Hawaii. I am not complaining. So we're just looking for the fun we're gonna have as a team, because we're gonna be really close. We're gonna be in a long plane ride together, So there's going to be a lot of team bonding, and then have a nice little week on the beach, and then go win a bowl game. So we're excited about that.
This isn't just any bowl game because you get to enjoy the island life for a few days. What are you looking forward to when it comes to that?
I'm looking forward to guys getting out there and actually just getting to experience, Hawaii overall, but, Pearl Harbor is always a special moment for a lot of guys. I've been out there before, coached out there twice. But the other part of it, we got to realize this is a business trip. Some people see it as a bowl game. I see it as an away game. We're playing Hawaii at Hawaii. So they'll have a fan base. We got to come ready and ready for business.
When you look at the Rainbow Warriors offense, what stands out?
They got athletes and playmakers all over the field. The running back, number 31, he's pretty good, dynamic, player, impact player. And then they got two receivers, one that does everything, and number 7 for them. Number 84, is a big receiver at 6'6", that they like to throw jump balls up to. And the quarterback, is not the starter from the year, but he has played this year. Number 13. So, and he is a pretty good pocket passer. So he does some really good things. They make you stay focused and attention to detail. So we got to do that and, again, get lined up and allow these guys to play fast and give us the best opportunity to win.
Now you get to go to Hawaii, your first bowl game in your college career. What's the excitement level? What are you looking forward to?
I mean, it's Hawaii, so there's a lot to look forward to. Just being able to go on that long flight and be somewhere that a lot of the kids haven't ever been before. I haven't been there before. So just being able to experience that with my brothers, that'll be really exciting, I feel like, and we'll have some good memories to come out.
I mean, it's just good getting to the bowl game because, we've been, about 8, 9 years?
8 straight.
Getting bowl games. So we want to keep that going, and getting to Hawaii, that made it even more better. So.
One thing you're looking forward to seeing or doing while you're on the island?
I'm looking forward to. I got like a little a flower shirt. It's buttoned down.
Oh yeah, bring out the Hawaiian shirts.
I'm gonna wear that and just, just put on some little shorts and just walk the beach with my shoes off. Should be fun.
Toes in the sand.
Yeah,
you guys should forego the suits coming off the bus and go in the Hawaiian shirts, I think.
That'd be cool.
The job doesn't end after the bowl game. Ryan Silverfield has a lot to do in the offseason. He addresses it right after the break.
You're watching The Ryan Silverfield Show, presented by AutoZone. Let's take a look at the AutoZone road ahead.
Coach, off-season almost here. What's the number 1 or 2 things you really want to accomplish?
Yeah, I think obviously the biggest thing is making sure we have a new defense coordinator in place that meshes well with our young men. But I want to bring back and continue to have that tough mentally and physically approach that the Memphis Tigers are known for, that grit and grind mentality. I want to bring that back. So we're going to have to work really hard this offseason in the weight room, strength and conditioning, right, and really pour into our guys so when they come back, when we hit the field in spring, right, we're a tougher group than we were. And I think that's one of those things that sometimes gets lost in all seasons is, okay, it's just all about running. But I want to work on our physical aspect and our mental aspect just as much, making sure that we have the right approach. So whatever adversity we face in 2022, we're ready for it.
Is there any side of the ball that you think needs more of attention?
Well, I think all 3 phases, every position needs to make sure that we're touching base with, because as soon as you leave one and say, well, that may not be important, we got it figured out, no, something else is going to happen. So you got to constantly make sure you're touching every base with every position, all 3 phases.
That was tonight's AutoZone Road Ahead. AutoZone, America's #1 battery destination and official sponsor of Tiger Athletics. Get in the zone. AutoZone.
So look for a tougher and more mentally strong Tiger next year. In just a minute, we'll put a bow on this season. All of us here want to thank all of you so much for staying with us all year, and we wish everybody a very happy and healthy holiday season. So long, everybody.
The Ryan Silverfield Show is presented by AutoZone. Next time you need a car battery, just pick it up. Visit AutoZone.com and select same-day store pickup. Just one reason why AutoZone is America's #1 battery destination. Get in the zone. AutoZone. And by Conway Services, official HVAC partner of Tiger Athletics. Chick-fil-A. We didn't invent the chicken, just the chicken sandwich. R.J. Young. Technology solutions that power your business. Tennessee Lottery. Turning dollars into dreams. The preceding has been a Learfield presentation of the University of Memphis Sports Network. This copyrighted telecast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield under the broadcasting rights granted by the University of Memphis. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the expressed written consent of the University of Memphis and Learfield.